Someone once told me that to really enjoy a place, sometimes all you need to do is do nothing at all. Just sit back and let the beauty come to you. And that's exactly what we did today. We got here around 11 am and instead of rushing to explore the area, we just sat for 4 hours. In a world that's always moving, it felt amazing to just stop. No network, no phones, no plans, just soaking in the moment. Sometimes doing nothing is the best way to experience everything. Around 3 pm, we set out for a drive along the road, hoping to catch sight of some wildlife. However, the bright, sun-drenched afternoon offered little in terms of animal activity. Our efforts were rewarded only with solitary tusker and a distant glimpse of a male wild gaur. Soon we decided to head back to our rooms for a bit more rest, planning to venture out again for an evening drive as dusk began to settle in. We have reached Valparai at the Animal Club and now we have checked into the rooms as well as we had our lunch and we had a chit chat and we were sitting here and relaxing for a while. Now we are going out. We look for some wildlife sightings if possible. Actually, in the afternoon we go to see a couple of elephants and wild gaurs, and so let's hope to see more elephants as well as whatever the wildlife comes on our way. Let's start. We have come out for some evening sightings and see what we have got. As the first sighting, it's the elephant. Same elephant, I believe it's the same elephant which we saw in the afternoon. Still, so far I cannot identify whether it's a male or female, it's a tusker or not, because it's behind the grass. It's the Diwali day today here, and so the celebrations, the crackers, everything is, the sounds can be heard on the background. We then left the residential area and continued driving. Within the next kilometer, we saw 2 or 3 elephants standing atop rocky outcrops, which could be described as small mountains. These were positioned around 50 feet above the old-style residential buildings along the Valparai road. One of the local residents, a friendly lady, kindly guided us to a spot with a clear view of the tusker standing in the distance. She even suggested we walk to the other end of the residential area for an even better vantage point where we could see the other elephants as well. As we watched the elephants, we began discussing how such a situation would have unfolded in Kerala. Without a doubt, there would have been a huge crowd gathering with people rushing to see the elephants. Media coverage would have been intense, and it is likely the event would have even been broadcast live on local news channels and social media, turning the whole incident into a spectacle. What do you think? How do you believe this situation would have unfolded in Kerala? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share your opinions in the comment box. We even felt as though the elephant was greeting us as if it remembered us from the last time. Now we have our next sighting. That's lots and lots of wild Gaurs, the Indian buffaloes. We then drove past the area and continued on our way, eventually reaching a vast expanse of tea plantations. There we spotted dozens of wild Gaurs grazing, their massive forms blending into the bushes as they moved deeper into the foliage. Unfortunately, the shot we managed to capture was distant and didn't do justice to the grandeur of the scene. അത് കണ്ടായിരുന്നോ? ഒരു കാട്ടുപോത്ത് ആൾക്കാർ നടന്നു പോകുന്നുണ്ടോ? ഒരു കാട്ടുപോത്ത് അവിടെ അഭ്യാസം കാണിച്ചു. അപ്പോൾ അവർ തിരിച്ച് പുറകോട്ട് നടന്നു. As the animals disappeared into the bushes, we decided to head back to the residential area where we had previously spotted the elephants on our way here. When we returned to the area, it was quite crowded with tourists who had stopped to catch a glimpse of the elephants. There were also numerous vehicles lining the roadside. After a bit of searching, I managed to find a parking spot, got out, and took the opportunity to capture more shots of the wild elephants. It was the Diwali day in Tamil Nadu, and the air was filled with the sound of firecrackers being blasted everywhere, along with the noisy roar of the two-wheelers ridden by the local youths. Despite the chaos, the elephants seemed completely unfazed by all the commotion. They continued to stand there, unaffected by the loud noises and the distractions around them. As dusk settled and our minds were still filled with the awe of the elephant sightings, we decided to head back to our accommodation. Some of our teammates had stayed behind, enjoying the facilities and the views, and were waiting for us to return. However, just before reaching the club entrance, we decided to take a detour towards the Valparai side. Not long after, as we rounded a curve, we were treated to the highlight of the day, a truly spectacular wildlife sighting. Though it's a fairly common occurrence for the visitors to Valparai, it never loses its beauty. Dozens of wild Gaurs were crossing the road, moving from the tea plantations on our left and making their way up the hill on our right. What amazed us most was how nearly all the Gaurs that climbed the hill seemed to disappear into the tall grass and thick bushes. It was only then that we realized just how tall the vegetation was, making the sight even more remarkable.
ஓ அது கேமரா எடுக்கணும் நீங்கள் போனீங்க நீ போங்க அங்கே பாருங்க அது வராது போ இதெல்லாம் பழகிடாது
அது கொள்ளாது கொண்டு Well, actually, we got a huge herd of wild Gaurs, the Indian bisons. It's beautiful scene. Half of the group is already crossed the road, and they are over there. Inside the bushes over there, somewhat around 20 of them are there, and the remaining are still on the tea plantations and on the road. The good thing that happened today was the tea plants in the plantation area on our left had recently been pruned, giving us a clear view of the vast expanse of their plantation. Otherwise, we would never have been able to spot the small calves of the wild goats grazing there, alongside their mothers and fathers. It was a rare, beautiful sight made possible only by the recent pruning of the tea bushes. Time is about 5:30 and it's already getting dark. We are planning to return to our hotel. We then returned to the club, relaxed for the evening, and enjoyed the fireworks display that lasted late into the night. So we are sitting here, relaxed, watching the fireworks of the Diwali celebrations in Valparai. Afterward, we had a simple yet incredibly delicious dinner at the club. I hope you truly enjoyed this wildlife adventure from Valparai. If you did, please hit the like button and leave your comments on the video. Feel free to share it with friends who also love wildlife. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting wildlife contents. Until we meet next week with more thrilling wildlife videos, this is Bijoy signing off. Thank you and goodbye.